One of the top 3 goals stated in the Asgardia Constitution is to ensure the peaceful use of space and to create a free, independent nation outside of planet Earth. In order to accomplish this, we put forward 8 principles that help define and regulate surveillance in Asgardia. Our policies serve the main purpose of keeping our citizens safe. Surveillance is necessary and has proved that when done correctly, can help prevent terrorist attacks, as witnessed in countries like France. Given Asgardia is a new nation, there are not concrete surveillance laws in place yet. Therefore, here are our principles to ensure safety and freedom in Asgardia. The first, accountability, means that an outside organization will be responsible for all personal information collected and will be held responsible if they fail to protect the information collected. The second is identifying purposes. Essentially, the purpose for which the information is being collected must be identified by the organization before at the time of collection. This protects not only the citizen's privacy, but helps reduce the risk of a base rate fallacy. Consent is also necessary, as the knowledge and consent of the individual are required for the collection, use, or disclosure of personal information, except where inappropriate. Unless the individual consents otherwise, or it is required by law, personal information can only be used or disclosed for the purposes for which it was collected. Personal information must only be kept as long as required to serve those purposes and should not be stored past a 30-day delay. The fifth principle, safeguards, are to ensure that personal information must be protected by appropriate security relative to the sensitivity of that information. The state has a legitimate interest in conducting surveillance, i.e., protecting national security. However, the state must take adequate precautions to ensure that the data collected cannot be accessed by other actors, such as unauthorized individuals, corporations, or foreign governments. Openness and oversight complement the other principles of Asgardia, because considering Asgardia wants to minimize any potential for abuse of surveillance while still not being 100% transparent. Therefore, when the purpose of a particular monitoring activity demands secrecy, the independent agency will be given the authority to conduct appropriate oversight to ensure that the activity remains compatible with our stated principles. Individual access is very important. So, upon request, any individual must be informed of the existence, use, and disclosure of their personal information and be given access to that information when appropriate. Challenging compliance is the last principle. This allows for an individual to be able to challenge any government monitoring program through the appropriate legal channels and/or through consultation with the Oversight Committee.